Hey everybody, I'm in the kitchen. I know it's been a while, but I pulled up my jalapeno pepper plants yesterday and I had a ton of peppers, so I decided I needed to process them. So what I'm doing is I'm pickling them, putting them in jars. I've already started the process, but I just wanted to hop on here real quick and do a quick video, maybe just to give you a few pointers of how I go about my canning, in case you ever want to start doing some canning. First of all, you have to gather up your supplies. You need the right equipment. So I'm going to show you a few things that I invested in years ago, and to make the job a little easier. Okay, so first of all, you got a stock pot that you boil your liquids in, and then you have a canning pot that you put your jars in. Okay. There's a rack. I can't pull it out too good. See that rack? That's what holds your jars. So you're gonna, I've already sterilized them. I like to sterilize them for about 15 minutes. And that way they're good and clean. Even though I'm gonna do a hot water bath to finish the processing, and I'm gonna process them for 15 minutes, so everything will be good and sterilized. Okay, there won't be any germs in there. And then another thing that you need is one of these right here. And what this does is it lifts the jar up. See if I can grab a jar over here and show you. It grabs the jar where you can put it in the water and take it out. Okay, that's pretty important. Okay, so I'm going to read you the recipe since I've already started the process. And this is per pint jar. Okay, use 1 cup of vinegar, and you want to use white distilled vinegar. 1/4 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pickling spice, 1 clove of garlic, and 1 slice of onion. And I also add 1/2 teaspoon of sugar per pint jar. Okay, so what I did is I processed 7 jars, so I put 7 in equal proportions. Okay, and another thing I like to do, because I like crisp jalapeno slices, I have this stuff. It's called pickle crisp granules. They're little white little pellets, and you put about 1/8 of a teaspoon in each jar. Just sprinkle it on the top, and that way when you pour your hot liquid in there, they'll dissolve, and that'll make them a little crisper. If you prefer softer slices, then add 1/4 a teaspoon of olive oil for every pint. Okay, and that will make them soft. So it's whichever you prefer. Okay. And another thing I like to do, I'm gonna turn this around so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I like to put my pickling spices in a piece of cheesecloth, because that way the little seeds don't get all stuck into the jalapeno slices. You still get the flavors, but you just don't get all the little seeds and pieces in there. Okay, so you just drop that down in there and let it boil. What I'm doing is I'm bringing this to a boil. I've already packed my jars. As you can see, I've got 7 jars here packed. You want to pack them down really well. Always use gloves too, by the way. So you want to pack them tight, and you want to leave about 1/4 of an inch head space. Even when you pour your liquid in, you want that head space. If you have too much head space, then you've got too much air in there, and you could have spoilage. If you don't put enough head space, like if you put the liquid all the way up to the top, to the rim, then when you do your hot water bath, all the liquid's gonna boil out. So you don't want to do that. And also little pieces, little seeds can get stuck around the edge. Okay, so I'm going to show you my rings and lids. I've got them sitting in hot water. Okay, these are the rings, and you can reuse the rings. Just make sure you dry them really well before you store them. But the lids, you don't want to reuse. If I can get one up here. Okay, you don't want to reuse these because they have a little rubber gasket around the edge, and that's what seals the jar. And so you always want to buy these new every year. Okay? Don't reuse them. I know some people try to be a little more economical, but you take a risk not to have a good seal on there. This little thing is a real lifesaver here, y'all. It's got a magnet on the end of it. Okay, so I'm just waiting for my vinegar to boil. And once I do that, then I'll be ready to pour it in the jars. Another thing is, don't use regular salt. You got to use pickling salt, okay? I don't know, something about the regular table salt can discolor your vinegar. So just go ahead and get the pickling salt. It's better. And then any kind of pickling spice that you want to use. I think this is Ball, Baking by Ball. And then again, the little crispers. And always use white vinegar, distilled vinegar. Apple cider vinegar does not work, so don't even try it, okay? It just doesn't work. So I guess that's about it. Oh, did I tell you, I ended up I put the onion and garlic down at the bottom, so that way it can flavor the whole jar. And that's some garlic that I grew last year. And this is all organic. I know you can buy them cheaper in the store, maybe than the expense and the time that you put into doing this, but y'all, anything you do homemade is so much better, and it's organic. Now, I was thinking about maybe selling these. I added up all my costs, and to really even break even or make a tiny profit, I would need to sell them probably about $8 a jar. So I don't know if that was something that you'd be interested in investing in, just to enjoy some good old organic hot peppers. But if so, you never know, I might start selling them. So until next time, I hope this video gave y'all some good information. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.